was Tipu the ultimate loser?
Was Tipu meant to lose?
Meant to lose, मतलब पिताजी ने कमाया, बेटे ने गवाया. Second controversy is about Tipu's religious role vis-a-vis his being a freedom fighter.
फनाटिक बिगट था या फिर फ्रीडम फाइटर की तरह रिमेंबर करना चाहिए?
And it is the most
सबसे ज्यादा कंट्रोवर्शियल
यही है. And you know who is bringing that controversy? तो आज का जो राइट विंग लेफ्ट विंग डिबेट है वो टिपू को ब्लेंड करता है, रिलीजियस फैनेटिक हो या फ्रीडम फाइटर हो. एंड थर्ड थिंग इज हिंदू मुस्लिम इशू. तो पता है टिपू की गलती क्या रही? He was born too late. इससे 40 साल पहले पैदा होता तब his strategy would have succeeded. 2-3 important कारण है. British deliberately tried to villainize and demonize Tipu's image. पहली बात तो Tipu was the only person amongst Indian princes who could understand the character of British company in its true sense. तो अंग्रेजों को उससे बड़ा गुस्सा आता था कि भाई ये हमें इसने में देख लिया. तो उस समय प्रोपेगेंडा का उन्होंने पूरा मशीन अनलीश कर दिया कि भाई देखो ये करना ज़रूरी था क्योंकि जिसको मारा है वो खुद ही. I would introduce this debate in the first key. The British attempt to villainize Tipu can actually become a good introduction. 2 lines plus, and then you go to the main body.
Hello students, welcome to another video in our Behind the Question series. Today we have a question from 2023 question paper, number 1. The question reads, Hyder Ali was born to build an empire and Tipu Sultan to lose one. Comment. With that, I'd like to welcome Nikhil sir. Hi,
Hello sir. Hello.
Hi. So sir, please take us behind the question. क्या context है इस question का and why is the figure of Tipu so controversial?
Tipu is actually very extremely controversial person in the history of 18th century India for multiple reasons. There is no one single controversy about him. I could imagine that there are at least broadly 3 different controversies.
एक तो यही वाला.
एक तो यही है कि was Tipu the ultimate loser?
Was Tipu meant to lose?
Meant to lose मतलब पिताजी ने कमाया, बेटे ने गवाया. या तो क्वेश्चन यही तो बोल रहा है कि हैदर ने बनाया, बेटे ने लूज कर दिया. It is also trying to put a blame on Tipu for losing the empire. अगर टिपू चाहता, if Tipu wanted, he could have saved, but he did not want it. So it is Tipu who is to be blamed for the loss of Mysore, not the British. And you know who is bringing that controversy? It is by a British resident in the house of Wodeyars. टिपू के मरने के बाद जो वोडियार को रिसर्ट कर दिया गया था वहाँ पे जो ब्रिटिश
They were made to sign the subsidiary alliance.
Yes.
The conditions was that at Mysore a British resident would be.
Correct. And his name was Mark Wilkes.
Mark Wilkes. हाँ.
It is his comment that Hyder was born to create one, Tipu was born to lose one. तो ये controversy was Tipu the loser. Second controversy is about Tipu's religious role vis-a-vis his being a freedom fighter. एक typical
religious fanatic bigot था या फिर freedom fighter की तरह remember करना चाहिए?
And it is the most
सबसे ज़्यादा controversial
यही है. आज भी
topic यही है. हाँ, it is.
Recently even I saw recently that Vikram Sampath is going to publish a book on Tipu Sultan again on this issue.
वो तो इस पे बोलते भी है इतना ना.
तो आज का जो राइट विंग लेफ्ट विंग डिबेट है वो टिपू को ब्लेंड करता है, रिलीजियस फैनेटिक हो या फ्रीडम फाइटर हो. इफ़ यू आस्क मी पर्सनली, इस इशू का हमें अलग से डिटेल में कभी बोलना चाहिए, बट दैट इशू इज़ नॉट कनेक्टेड टू दिस क्वेश्चन. तो लेट अस पुट असाइड द सेकंड कंट्रोवर्सी. एंड द थर्ड कंट्रोवर्सी इज रिगार्डिंग द टिपूज रोल एज अ मॉडर्नाइजर. Whatever reforms he brought in administration, in revenue, in trade, etc., different policies, did this reform make Mysore state a modern state, or did this reform have the capacity or potential to modernize Mysore state? जो कि 17th century यूरोप में हो रहा है, क्या वो 18th century इंडिया में हो सकता था? That was वहाँ पे उसमें potentiality क्या थी क्या नहीं थी?
Actually वो potentiality थी या नहीं थी?
That is a third debate.
Similar lines पे मुगल में भी एक debate होता है ना कि मुगल economy had the potentiality to create European style capital 16th-17th century में.
तो वो debate यहाँ पे context में आता. तो of these 3 issues, the present question is regarding the first issue. कि was Tipu born to lose the empire? अब इस क्वेश्चन को ना
विल्क्स साहब ने क्या बोला है, कैसे एनालाइज किया है इसको?
If you go to Wilkes' perspective, he used 2 very basic reasons. In the first reason, he says that Tipu was not a statesman. His diplomacy was at the root cause of his long-term failure. And he compares Tipu's diplomacy with Hyder's diplomacy.
His father's team.
He says, देखो हैदर के तरफ, Hyder actually was able to befriend Nizams and Marathas because in the midst of the 18th century, सबसे powerful जो states थे in Deccan and South, वी हैव निज़ाम, मराठा, मैसूर एंड ब्रिटिश। तो जो कोई बैटल होता था इसमें चारों के अलायंसेस काउंटर अलायंसेस बनते थे, एंड एनी पार्टी हु इज एबल टू ब्रिंग मैक्सिमम फ्रेंड्स ऑन हिज साइड वुड बी पावरफुल। बैलेंस ऑफ पावर का पूरा गेम चल रहा था, एंड हैदर वाज सो स्मार्ट दैट ही वाज एबल टू एटलीस्ट अलाई विथ, एंड इफ नॉट दैट एटलीस्ट न्यूट्रलाइज द रोल ऑफ मराठास एंड निजाम्स इन द मैसूर ब्रिटिश बैटल। इसलिए इन द फर्स्ट मैसूर वॉर एंड सेकंड मैसूर वॉर, बिकॉज ऑफ द न्यूट्रलिटी और फ्रेंडशिप of Maratha and Nizam, Hyder was able to, if not succeed, at least withstand the British onslaught. And Tipu could not do that.
टिपू could not do that. तो
टिपू ने
टिपू
दोनों
को
को
कैसे
गंवा-
criticize किया जाता है इसमें?
टिपू का
First of all, he was not able to prevent the Nizam and Marathas from being taken away from Mysore's orbit, and British उनको befriend कर लेंगे, thus isolating Mysore. एक तो probably ये होगा. दूसरा,
विल्क्स आपने इस आर्गुमेंट को थोड़ा आगे ले गए। He says Tipu was so myopic at the same time that he forgot his neighbors in local politics, in regional politics. He instead focused on
foreign
France.
relations, France.
कि फ्रांस की मदद आएगी तो जैकोबिन के साथ कुछ रिश्ते
Ottomans
बना
की
रहा
मदद आ
है,
सकती है।
ऑटोमन्स की मदद आ सकती है, कि इतने दूर
दुर्रानीज
के
की
लोग-
मदद आ सकती है.
सो टर्क, ऑटोमन्स एंड फ्रेंच की दोस्ती में इतना बह गया और नेबर अपने भूल गया, तो जब युद्ध का समय आया नेबर भी नहीं आए और फ्रेंच ने ठेंगा दिखा दिया। तो that is what Wilkes is saying. If you want to go to his other argument, that is very simple, that Hyder actually focuses more on the guerrilla warfare, and Tipu is trying to modernize army in such a way that he wants to withstand in the traditional warfare against the British, which he could not do. British have infinite resources because of their position, so he lost out. तो दो कारण, diplomatic and
Conventional
military.
warfare में कभी succeed कर ही नहीं सकता था.
Yes.
And that is where Tipu made a mistake कि ब्रिटिश को कन्वेंशनली उसने चैलेंज करने की कोशिश करी.
बिकॉज ऑफ द रिसोर्स का। अच्छा, अल्टीमेटली वो रिसोर्स पे बात आ जाती है कन्वेंशनल वॉरफेयर में। तो ये हाइदर वाज एबल टू यूज द पावर सिमेट्री बाय
हैदर छिपके
रिसोर्टिंग
वार
टू
कर रहा था या आमने सामने की लड़ाई लड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा
Yes.
था, which was not possible. Better strategy would have been asymmetric warfare.
correct. So these are the two reasons. So Hyder was better than Tipu, and Tipu lost as per
Diplomatically and militarily.
correct. But you know, both of these reasons can be countered, and I think Wilkes has not done justice to Tipu's capacity and his industriousness. पहला बात तो उसमें ये है that the Deccan politics of 1760s in which Hyder could rise is different from Deccan politics of 1790s. 30 साल में जनरेशन तब्दील हो गई है, and dynamics of diplomacy also changed.
Political scenario, economic scenario पलट
Complete-
चुका है
Yes.
बिल्कुल. Yep.
And Tipu is not fighting the same enemy that Hyder fought. In 1790s, you see that Marathas are much weakened. Nizam is permanently befriending the British now. So there is,
Subsidiary alliance sign कर चुका था.
so there is no wiggle room here for Tipu to have local friends. That is one. At the same time, there is a difference in Tipu and Hyder. Hyder was fighting an East India company. Company
That
which
was
is
an in power primarily.
in the wake of Anglo-French struggle. तो अब भी वो stable होना शुरू
हुआ था.
But Tipu is not fighting only East India Company, is fighting
British
Empire.
Yep.
And therefore he is trying to bring in France and Ottoman
his
etc.
alliance with France was therefore justified.
तो टिपू की विजन
In
जो
fact,
थी वो
it was
ग्लोबल थी।
pragmatic. Yeah.
His vision was global, but actually he punched above his weight too much. वो गलती है, but his vision was, his appreciation of the problem was much accurate than Hyder's. That is one thing. And secondly, when it's come to military, in case of military also, the transformation to the traditional warfare actually started with Hyder only.
हाँ, he was the one who artillery के ऊपर यूरोपियन स्टाइल ट्रेनिंग, ड्रिलिंग, फ्रेंच ड्रिल्स, ब्रिटिश फ्रेंच मस्केट्स वगैरह ये सब लेके आया था. डिंडुगुल में फैक्ट्री लगा दिया था गन पाउडर का और आर्म्स का. राइट.
And the resources of company had increased manifold by 1790s
Yep.
than in 1760s.
They had ousted the French already.
Yes.
Yes.
तो ये सिनारियो है, तो इसलिए मार्क विक्स इज एक्चुअली नॉट डूइंग प्रॉपर जस्टिस. People
नहीं,
lost
but
out.
I think कि एक इकोनॉमिक जस्टिफिकेशन भी है विद रिगार्ड्स टू द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द नेचर ऑफ वॉरफेयर, बिकॉज मैसूर ऑफ टीपो वाज ट्राइंग टू मॉडर्नाइज इटसेल्फ इकोनॉमिकली. फैक्ट्रीज लगा रहे थे, पोर्ट्स को मॉडर्नाइज करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. तो ऐसे में डिफेंसिव अपनी कैपेबिलिटीज़ को बढ़ाना ज़रूरी होता है, एंड दैट कैन कम ओनली फ्रॉम कन्वेंशनल मीन्स. राइट. तो तोप लगाओगे, मॉडर्न ड्रिल करोगे, आर्मी का साइज बढ़ाने की कोशिश करोगे, एंड दैट ऑल्सो हैज़ अ transformative effect on the थिंकिंग ऑफ मिलिट्री स्ट्रैटेजी, राइट? तो ये चेंज नेचुरल था विद रिगार्ड्स टू टीपूज
तो पता
मिलिट्री
है
स्ट्रैटेजी।
टिपू की गलती क्या रही? अगर हम यहाँ पे टिपू को जस्टिफाई कर रहे हैं दोनों आर्ग्यूमेंट्स पे, डिप्लोमेटिक एंड मिलिट्री, देन व्हाट वाज हिज एरर? हिज एरर वाज ओनली वन, ही वाज बोर्न टू लेट.
यस,
आई विल बी वेरी, अगर वो इससे 40 साल पहले पैदा होता तब ही स्ट्रेटेजी वुड हैव सक्सीडेड.
यस.
He was too late to bring those strategies. East India Company was already on the rise.
तो हिस्टोरिकल एनाक्रोनिज्म कहते हैं.
Yes, he was too late in the day.
हाँ.
That is the only thing. So that is how we would approach in this debate. तो conclusion यही होगा कि he was too late.
कंक्लूजन ये हो सकता है, बट देर इज ऑल्सो टू एन आर्ग्यूमेंट टू बी मेड बियॉन्ड द कन्फाइंस ऑफ विल्क्स स्टेटमेंट कि भाई विल्क्स का स्टेटमेंट, उसके पीछे लॉजिक क्या था? वाई वर द ब्रिटिश सो इन्वेस्टेड इन विलनाइजिंग टीपू सुल्तान, showing him in a negative light, showing him as a born loser as compared to his illustrious father.
उसके ना दो तीन इम्पोर्टेंट, इट्स अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट, दो तीन इम्पोर्टेंट कारण है. ब्रिटिश deliberately tried to villainize and demonize Tipu's image for their own personal interest. पहली बात तो टिपू was the only person amongst Indian princes who could understand the character of British company in its true sense. And not only did he understand the character, he tried to counter it with the similar methods of having state mercantilism. The like is saying the like for the first time. तो अंग्रेजों को उससे बड़ा गुस्सा आता था कि भाई ये हमें इसने में देख लिया.
He is trying to defeat us at our own game.
Yes, that is one. And secondly, Tipu Sultan was the first Indian king to be killed by the British company either in the battlefield or outside. 1799 से पहले British had fought many wars, but in no battle since Plassey to the Fourth Mysore War, जितने भी 40 साल गए हैं,
bullet that killed the king was never fired by a British official.
yes, ये पहले बार हुआ, and it led to huge diplomatic crisis for the company. In the British Parliament, there was huge uproar, and everybody started to say कि company is now going beyond its limit by killing the king in the foreign land. ये तो नहीं करना चाहिए. And the company was then in tight spot. It had to defend its own self. तो उस समय प्रोपेगेंडा का उन्होंने पूरा मशीन अनलीश कर दिया कि भाई देखो ये करना ज़रूरी था क्योंकि जिसको मारा है वो खुद ही ये problematic
That
person
required
है.
the villainization of
Yes.
Tipu.
So it was the necessity of the company to villainize Tipu to safeguard itself from the opposition it started to get in the home country. And third thing is Hindu-Muslim issue. That majority of Tipu's
Divide and rule
population
कर
divide and
दो.
rule. Correct. That is also one reason, you know, why Wadayars were reinstalled.
हाँ,
अगर
वो
चाहते
हिंदू
तो
dynasty, yep.
हाँ, अगर चाहते तो नहीं करते
नहीं
reinstall.
करते, पूरा का पूरा अनेक्स कर सकते थे.
But they had to do it because they
In
wanted
fact,
to use it
जैसा
for.
वेलेस्ली कर रहा था उस समय, उस हिसाब से तो पूरा का पूरा ही अनेक्स कर लेना चाहिए था.
But they wanted to co-opt the common people against the Tipu for future use. To Wadayars were reinstalled. That is again a part of a villainization of Tipu. तो ये तो हो गया. But you know, this debate actually is a debate that belongs to the historical context of Mark Briggs, etc., etc. 1810, 1820 में क्या हो रहा है. But this debate is not old. It is not dead. It is still alive. In last few years, there is a debate that is occurring once again between the two present historians. On one side, we have a very great historian. I love him actually. Is Sanjay Subramaniam. And the other hand, there is a historian whose name is Kate Brittlebank. She wrote a book recently called Tiger on Tipu Sultan. And there is this debate between Subramaniam and Brittlebank. And that debate actually occurs on a little bit different plane. कैसे होता है यहाँ पे? In this debate doesn't go into the diplomatic issue, military issue, etc. It focuses on what Tipu did and what Tipu did not do. Issue बस इतना है कि the Tipu's initiatives, were they responsible for his fall or not? So Subramaniam साहब simply यही कहते हैं कि Tipu started to modernize the state, and that modernization required the one step towards the maximum appropriation of local revenue resources, and that included the sidelining.
He was trying to centralize this.
Centralize the authority, and by sidelining the middleman, जो अलाउद्दीन खिलजी ने एक ज़माने
Tax
में किया था.
centralization करने की कोशिश कर रहा था.
Yes.
अलाउद्दीन खिलजी did it, महमूद गवान did it, अकबर to a certain degree did it. सबने किया.
तो इसमें उसके, so that's what he wanted to do, but in the process he created lots of enemies, like oligarchs.
Oligarchs हो जाएंगे,
And
enemies हो जाएंगे,
that is true. In Travancore, what issue रहा है वो? True.
temple priests.
Temple priests. And then second argument that he has given is that his aggressive religious policy also.
That backfired.
That backfired. So these two
Result
policies,
क्या हुआ इसका?
it created internal enemies. And
That when
when
the British came,
they welcomed the British. So Kate Middlebank says, nahi, aise nahi hai. He may have tried to modernize, but it was not necessarily going to weaken the privileges of locally entrenched people. And support of Islam does not necessarily mean that is forceful
Opposition,
conversion.
हाँ.
Rather, it was just seen as the practice of legitimization. Because Hyder did not proclaim himself Sultan.
हाँ,
टिपू ने खुद को सुल्तान
सुल्तान
proclaim
बोल
किया
दिया
था,
था, yep.
गद्दी ले ली थी, है ना? तो मोटा मोटी सार इतना ही है that Sanjay Subramaniam says that Tipu's reforms and policies created fifth columnists, created internal enemy which welcomed the British. So he should be held responsible. And Kate Middlebank says no, he brought sort of reforms, but that did not create enough internal opposition to invite the British. Still the blame lies with the British only.
the British only. So she continues to blame the British only.
Yes.
संजय सुब्रमण्यम बोल रहे हैं it was not his military or diplomatic policies, rather his internal reforms which created
Yes.
backlash against him and his religious policy.
It's
ठीक है, तो सर इसको कंक्लूड कैसे कर सकते हैं हम? शुड वी टॉक अबाउट ईच ऑफ दीज डेवलपमेंट्स, जैसे कि द डिबेट दैट वाज ट्रिगर्ड बाय द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ मार्क्स विल्क्स ऑन द डिप्लोमेटिक एंड मिलिट्री, तो उसके आर्ग्यूमेंट्स और काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट्स ये तो देने ही होंगे. Then we go beyond the question that why the British tried to paint Tipu Sultan negatively. That should also be part of our answer. Then we should also talk about the recent developments with regards to this debate. Kate Middlebank के arguments और संजय सुब्रमण्यम के arguments.
इससे बताया थोड़ा आंसर खिचड़ी हो जाएगा.
तो कैसे करना चाहिए फिर?
I would introduce this debate in the first case. The British attempt to villainize Tipu can actually become a good introduction. वहीं पे
शुरू में ही बता दो.
yes,
हाँ.
British historians and officers have tried to villainize Tipu by blaming him for 1, 2, 3.
क्यों?
हाँ,
1, 2, 3.
बस in two lines बस. And then you go to the main body. In the main body, we have two choices. Either go with Mark Wicks for argument or Subramaniam Middlebank debate. I would not bring both the parts in the same answer because छोटे question में दिक्कत हो जाती है. So I would prefer to go traditionally कि diplomatic and military angle, उसके pros and counters, and then end the answer. That is one way. If you at all want to bring in
इनकॉर्पोरेट संजय सुब्रमण्यम, तो उसको मार्क्स वेल्थ के आर्गुमेंट के साथ इनकॉर्पोरेट कर देना चाहिए.
yes,
केट मिडलबैंक को जो काउंटर आर्गुमेंट्स हैं दैट टिपू वाज नॉट मेंट टू लूज एन एम्पायर,
वो second half में
वहाँ
डाल देगा.
और कंक्लूजन
Conclusion, I would say that the same thing, that perhaps he was born too late.
ही वाज बोर्न टू लेट.
That though his policies were right technically, but by the time he tried to implement them,
They were
British were much bigger than they could have been otherwise.
ठीक है सर, तो आई थिंक दैट इज इट सर.
Yes.
All right then. I hope you found this discussion useful. If you have any queries, you can call us in the number mentioned in the description below, or you can visit our website whose link is also given in the description below. Thank you for your time. We'll see you soon with our next episode. Thank you.